not many coaches can go as far down the bench as these two.
Well, a major advantage if you have multiple guys that you have tremendous confidence in to go out there and be switchable, be able to pass, move, and initiate the offense. That's a luxury for a lot of coaches to be able to adapt that way.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard.
Well, the motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
There's the pass to George. Over Bain. Off the left rim and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Brooks against Zubac. Brooks kicks to Jackson. Takes a three. And the Grizzlies get it back. Adams, the pass to Morant. He shoots again. Right side Bain. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. While other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. Look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection and great consistency.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Robert Covington comes in for Morris, and John Wall subbed in for Jackson. Wall against Morant. Brooks outside. On the wing, Bain. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with his three. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's George. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
A three ball. Here's Adams, and he uses the glass on the lane.
Steven Adams, a workhorse down low like that. Once he's got position, he'll want the ball.
All taking his time here. Inside. Looking for George. He gets it there. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Leonard, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Morant against Wall. And that one's good. Morant.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Outside Leonard. Here's George. There's the drive. And it's George finishing it off.
Just cutting right there to the spot he wanted to get to. Paul George being very aggressive on that play.
Morant outside. Dishes to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Wall passes to Leonard. Back to Wall. Over Morant. Here's Zubac. Shoots over Adams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All the officials are all over that.
The Clippers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
There's 1:26 left in the first quarter.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Morant against Wall. And the dunk by Covington.
Using that athleticism to convert the alley-oop. Covington is simply a difference maker out there.
Morant looking around. And it's Brooks in the corner. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Wall. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks finds Morant. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Adams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
Well, he's such a big guy, Adams, but he does move quite well, and that helps his ability to get to the free throw line.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. George. And Wall with the slam.
And how great is it to see Wall there with the slam? I mean, overcoming that serious heel injury.
Morant outside. Bain sets the screen for Morant. It's a tie game in Memphis. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Here in the 5, the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. He gets to Zubac. He's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot.
How about the handles from the young fellow? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Brooks grabs the board.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you look at a player putting up big numbers on a losing team. How do you determine if those are quality numbers, so to speak?
You know, Kevin, it's a great question because somebody's going to put up points or collect rebounds or get assists. So, you know, you look at efficiency, you look at effort, and there's no doubt that you can have winning players on losing teams.
Bain, no good. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 3. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubac, a screen on Bain. And then George with the jam.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Bain looking around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
Desmond Bain at the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Wall. Kicks it out to Covington. Outside, George. And there's the drive. And the rejection by Jackson. Covington's shot is off. Memphis leading. Brooks outside. Stolen by Zubac. And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
And he'll eat up ground in a hurry. Covington running the lane and getting out on the break.
Wall against Morant. On the wing, Jackson. And another miss by Memphis.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Morant outside. to Brooks. From 20 feet out, 6 to shoot. Jackson against Wall. Jackson misses. The Clippers in the lead. Wall passes to Leonard. Takes it out to Covington. Leonard on the wing. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
Leonard once again imposing his will.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Bain sets the screen. Oh, that was huge!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
George finds Leonard. Back to Wall. Pass to Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Morant dishes to Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Jackson's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
Just nothing more you can do. Sometimes Jackson is going to score no matter how good the coverage is.
Here's George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steven Adams picks one up. In Los Angeles, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for 6.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Ball against Morant. Left side, Bain. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Misses off the right iron. Outside Leonard. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks for the great interview, David.
20. The Clippers, 22.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Poke loose. On the wing, Jackson for the lead. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's George. The kick out to Wall. Drains the three-pointer. Wall's got the first points of the second half here for the Clippers.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Wall against Morant. On the wing, Bain for 3. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Leonard with the ball.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Morant outside. He feeds it to Adams. And the rejection by Zubac. Covington down low. Guarded by Jackson. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Brooks dishes to Jackson. Shoots over Zubac. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
For a player who plays with emotion like Covington, those kind of plays can really get your motor running.
Morant against Wall. And finished off by Morant.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And Wall kicks to Covington. And Leonard has it in the corner. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career, playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA. Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
It's stolen by Adams. And a wide open look for Bain. Hands it from downtown. Bain's got 7.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Wall. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Bain. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 9 points in the game so far. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
It is great to see Wall back from those awful injuries, looking a lot stronger now.
And so Wall nails both of them. Here's Morant. He's got 8. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Jackson. Adams sets the pit for Jackson. Pass to Bain. 5 to shoot. Upside Jackson. No good from outside. Clippers leading by 5. It's Covington on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And George, here we go.
Well, once Paul George gets in that deep, get out of the way. He's coming right at you.
Outside Covington. George passes to Wall. Back to George. And so it's Los Angeles bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good play.
Please give a big round of applause.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard. Bain passes to Jackson. The shot off that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Zubac finds Covington. Leonard with a screen on Adams. Outside Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. And finished off by Morant.
point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Outside Leonard. Kicks it to George. And Jackson with the block.
No, sir. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities, part of why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Morant against Wall. And Adams kicks to Morant. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Morant outside. Down low. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Bane.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
Ball passes to Leonard. Zubac, a screen on Brooks. Here's Leonard. Back to Zubac. It's stolen by Adams. And here comes the break. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And that's what they want to see out of Jackson. Getting out on the break and just busting it up the court.
Outside, Wall. George with the screen on Morant. And Wall kicks to George. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard inside. Brooks covering. And that one's good. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Leonard against Brooks. Here's Jackson. Outside, Bane. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Wall against Morant. Wall passes to George. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Here's George. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Wanting to prove the doubters wrong, George welcomes the chance to come through at the strike.
Second one is good. Putting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
And here's Morant. Clark sets a screen for Morant. Bobbed up there for Clark. And the rejection by Zubac. Clippers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Morant against Wall. George sets a screen for Wall. Now the dish to George. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 7.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
On offense, here are the Clippers. Here's George. He dishes it to Wall. So the Clippers with the win. A truly... All right, David, great job. Thank you.
be sure to be lots of snappy ball movement in this one. These teams have incredibly strong passing games.
Yes, they do, B.A. Some great basketball minds on both teams who can just pick you apart with their playmaking. I'm sure they won't make it easy on each other.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Outside Edwards. That shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. Pass to George. Jackson on the wing. Stolen by Russell. And they're running. Edwards with it, and it's Leonard picking him up.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points. In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
And George gets it to go on the assist from Morris.
And this is PG's role. He's out here to shoot the ball and to do it often.
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get postered.
And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
But yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Jackson finds George. 5 to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Fast break, Minnesota. Pass to Towns. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Zubac with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. George outside. And here's Jackson. George outside. And again, it's the Clippers.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
The Clippers in the lead. Puts up a 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. George has got 9.
The D has to know where PG is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter.
Pass to Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Towns a screen on George. Goes up from the top of the key. Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards has gotten his second bucket.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
On the attack, Morris. Out to Leonard. Pass to George. Driving to the basket, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Covington's checked in for the Clippers. Ball comes in for Jackson.
John Wall.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Now here's George. 9 points in the game. Ball for 3. Kicks it to George. Second shot opportunity. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves trail. It's stolen by Wall. It's tipped. Leonard outside. Takes a 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
What concentration from Kawhi Leonard, rising up and firing it.
Russell against Wall. From 7 feet, pass to Gobert. Towns down low, covered by Covington. The shot by Towns, no good. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Outside Covington. Wall against Russell. Kicks it to George. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. George has got 11 points.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Los Angeles. 11 points in the quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and they're focused.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington. And it's Wall in at the 1. George. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their 2nd winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. George against Russell. What a terrific move that is. What do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Leonard finds George. No good on the 3.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Deflected. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Russell against Wall. Russell to pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. The kick out to Wall. Leonard right side. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
And the second free throw is good.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
Here's Edwards. No luck on that one. Ooh, nice D from George. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Wall, the pass to Covington. Out to Leonard. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here's Prince. The three-pointer off the mark. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jump.
Russell to pass to Towns. Left side, Edwards. Outside, Russell. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Another miss by Minnesota. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Out to Leonard. It's Covington on the wing. Tips it up, controls the rebound and the putback. And the Clippers lead by 12.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Pass to Noel from downtown. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now. For 3, George. Rebound, Minnesota. We've got 1:08 left in the second period. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 5 rebounds in the game. George finds Zubac. And Anderson over to help. Right side wall. Leonard for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Left side McDaniels. Pass to Rivers. It's stolen by Leonard. They're running. Three-pointer. He drops it from range. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
As we know, there's no magic way to defend Kawhi Leonard. You just do the best you can each time down the floor.
Back to Rivers. Stolen by Wall. Anderson against Covington. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Shot to end the cold streak. The shot no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Thanks very much, Allie.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 10. The Clippers, 25.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Inside, here's Noel, and it's going to be a goaltending call. Here, so they will count the bucket. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
This guy is a fighter. Kawhi Leonard using his length to do damage on the glass.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Over Leonard. Oh, deflected. Zubac with the steal. Here's Covington.
Timberwolves foul. Jalen Noel. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside wall. Pass to Zubac. Out to Covington. Takes the 3. Offensive board. Outside wall. For 3, George. Leonard for 3. He can't get it to go. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those 2 together, healthy, are scary. A finals level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
You look at Kawhi's work ethic on defense, he's perfected the art.
Now George, out to Leonard, fires for 3, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Pass to Anderson. Shakes him. The shake. And that's 2 points on the layup.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
Here's Wall. Zubats with it. Kicks it to George. Wall for three. Hits a three-pointer. Wall's got 5 now.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Here's Noel. Basket's good. Now here's Wall. 5 points in the game. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves.
Yet another one for Paul George. He can pile up points without wasting possessions.
Russell against Wall. Now here's Towns. He's closely guarded. An easy 2 on the layup. Towns has got his second basket.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Outside Covington. Pass to George.
Come get it, come get it.
Over Edwards. Rebound Minnesota.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Here's Russell. Back to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
It's Covington on the wing. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Leonard. Back to George. Clock at 6. The 3 ball. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Clippers on top. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And so in the game for the Clippers, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubats, and it's Wall in at the point. George against Edwards. Gobert inside. Prince can't hit.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
You know, you look at how they built this lead. It's been through extra possessions.
Leonard outside. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Outside for Russell. Back to Edwards. Lets it fly. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 8 now. George, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Looking to get back on track. Edwards finds Gobert. Here's Prince. The offensive rebound. Banked it in off the glass.
The long reach of Rudy Gobert really comes in handy when he's patrolling the offensive glass.
Pass to George. Leonard outside. Outside Wall. George outside. Fires from deep. Russell with the rebound.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
It's stolen by Wall. Covington with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Here's Leonard. Can't hit from in close. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. Wall against Russell. Kicks it to George. Back to Wall. George has the open look. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. And the Clippers lead by 13.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Outside Russell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Wall, the pass to George. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. George has got 20 points.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And here's Edwards. Oh, George with a steal.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Clippers.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Paul George.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They've gone on an 8-0 run. And the jam by George.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Edwards. Releases. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Wall with it. It's Covington on the wing. Let's go with a three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. Off with the layup. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
this, what you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the guard position.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Aiden's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
And for Aiton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools. Next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
And Leonard gets it to go.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Paul against Wall. And the rejection by Zubac. Paul against Wall. Pass to Leonard. Shoots from the baseline. It's hauled in by the Suns. Paul finds Booker. There's the triple. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside, Wall. Over Booker. Wall's shot is off. And it's Phoenix's ball. Pass to Ayton. Phoenix, no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Covington. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Covington with the steal. Outside, George. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Covington, a screen on Paul. George, that's a two-pointer. That shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Bridges passes to Johnson. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
To the middle, Covington with the steal. Left side, Leonard. Zubac kicks to Wall. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers trail. Here's Wall. Pass to Zubac. Left side, Wall. Leonard on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A double clutch. Not going to go that time. Paul with the defensive effort. Booker with it. Leonard picks him up. Suns moving the ball around. And there's the pass to Paul. And here is Ayton. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Outside for George. 56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Los Angeles with another miss. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
While he is deliberate, Kawhi Leonard reads the defense and knows when and where to put a pass. That was beautifully done.
Now here's Paul. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
And so Paul nails both of them.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Wall against Paul. Leonard with no one around. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
You can see how much John Wall wants to keep his teammates engaged, puts the pass exactly where it needs to be.
Paul passes to Booker. Over George. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. 3-pointer. No good on that one. And a closely contested, grit and grind first first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers.
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth team.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Clippers.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
You've also got to love how their defense has been contesting so far, denying shooters to this point.
The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton and it's center. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter.
See, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
The second chance effort, just his first attempt. From deep, Wall, the putback, it's good on the putback. Zubats has got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. To the inside, Covington. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth. And it's not usually literal, but what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They kind of checked out mentally, and I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
But Chris Paul has been successful at the highest level in the NBA, on and off the floor for such a long period of time. I love his intellect, his work habits, everything he represents.
Wall up top, defended by Paul. Wall passes to Zubats. Outside, Wall. The second effort, outside for George. Los Angeles with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Paul dishes to Ayton. Paul surveying the floor. And the rejection by Zubats. George with the ball. Out guarded by Booker, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Outside Leonard. Inside. Wall finds Leonard. George with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by Johnson. Paul George with the steal. Passes it to Zubats. Now here's Leonard. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Kicks it out to Booker. And now we've got the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here are the Suns now. They trail by 7. Here's Booker. And George with the block.
Well, this is what makes Paul George special. Elite two-way plays. And that send-it back block sends a message to the offense. I'm here tonight, folks.
Here's Wall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
At the line for the Clippers, John Wall.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
John Wall, of course, the #1 pick back in 2010. Game is largely predicated on speed, the ability to get downhill, but boy, he has added strength to that incredibly long frame. He has been a force to be reckoned with.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Johnson can't get it to go. Here's the Clippers. They're on an 11-2 run. 1:09 left to play here in the second quarter. And Wall kicks to Leonard. 4 on the clock. Takes it inside.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Outside Leonard. This is to George. Jacks up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
Well, Paul George is excellent both defensively and offensively. You want to talk about 3 and D? He's got both.
Ayton, the pass to Paul. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Johnson. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the half. It's George on the wing, and George with the stuff.
Well, we've always known Paul George can be a high flyer. Woo-hoo, that was nicely done.
For 3, Booker. No good that time. And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Thank you, David. We'll be back after
22.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1. And it goes down 2 points.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem. Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
Covington down low. Craig defending. Covington setting the pick for Leonard. 5 to shoot. Another one falls for the Clippers. They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and George.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs, and last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures.
Wall finds Covington, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Covington has put such time and work into that perimeter game. Now the confidence he shoots it with knocks that down. That's beautiful.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Paul. Lays it up and banks it in. Paul's got 6.
working inside Chris Paul has the ability to outsmart the opposition and makes himself a good shot opportunity.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Chris Paul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Foul. First team foul.
So it's the Clippers now. George passes to Wall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Third personal foul.
That one on 8.
Second team
This
foul.
guy has never been afraid to take the foul while finishing his shooting motion. John Wall through contact, yes sir.
No good on the second free throw. Pass to Paul. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. And Ayton throws it down.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Wall looking for an opening. Wall draws the double. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Clock at 2. Wall driving to the basket. And that one is good.
The ability to get to the rim at will. John Wall protecting the ball and attacking the cup.
Paul goes in, and an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Ayton against Zubac. Ayton kicks to Paul. Covington with the steal. Outside, George, and Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Chris Paul.
That's his third foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
Third, 2 minutes.
Wall passes to George. And he lays it straight in.
George.
George has got 13.
Paul George playing through the contact right there. You like somebody who's willing to navigate traffic.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Left side, Wall. Outside, Leonard. 1:21 left in the third quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges.
Second personal
That'll
foul.
be his second foul of the game.
Foul.
Outside, Covington. Back to Wall. Shot clock at 6. Outside, George. Fires for 3.
I like the effort Booker gives on defense, especially when he pressures the shooter.
Paul with the 3. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He kicks it to Leonard. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. The feed to Covington. Back to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
What we know about Paul George is he has proven to be an elite force on both ends. He can be a lockdown defender, and boy, can he get cooking offensively.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Here he goes. And the shot is good. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Covington. Outside for George. Into the lane. Yep, that one goes in there. George has got 17.
Well, have yourself a night, Paul George. Everything working for him right now.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Clippers ahead. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Suns shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Ball against Wall. Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Suns. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Now here's Wall. George looking over the floor. Pass to Wall. Leonard against Bridges. Fires it up. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. That sends Chris Paul to the free throw line. That one on George. Clippers leading by 18. And here's Wall. Outside Covington. Clock at 4. Covington setting the pick for George. And a miss there on the triple. George has gone 1 of 5 from 3-point territory. Here's Bridges. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Well, what you love about Devin Booker, this guy, yes, he is a shoot-first player, but if somebody's open, he will find you.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Booker against George. Leonard sets a screen for George. Leonard on the wing. Can they get it? Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Johnson, the pass to Ayton. Oh!
Well, incredible finesse. DeAndre Ayton gets loose and does some work.
Clippers leading by 14. Outside, George. And so they foul intentionally.
Devin Booker. First personal foul. First team foul.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Personal foul.
Robert Covington sought out the contact, finishes the play, and now we'll try to finish the 3-point play.
Suns have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Ball passes to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Pick and roll. Chris Paul. They are synonymous with excellence. This guy in the 2-man game, look out.
Clippers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Wall kicks to Leonard. From past the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Outside, George. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, Covington in position.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Paul George.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Leonard with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Covington with the bucket.
Yeah, I think that one closes the door on any comeback hopes. Impressive performance.
To me, they just looked a step quicker out there. They certainly looked to want it more than their opponent.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
George, no good. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter, and the three ball is good.
Well, Chris Paul, when he feels like he can get his jumper going, he's going to it. There's such confidence in that shot.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game. 34 seconds left in the game. The pass to Covington. Back to George. George double teamed, throws it up high. No good from Zubac.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Traps in the tray.
Oh my goodness, Booker's confidence is off the charts. He's money in the bank.
That's an 8-second violation. Phoenix ball.
So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Clark in at the three. Now here's Clark. Pass to Jackson. Launches it. They grab their own miss. Here's Adams. It's deflected. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Imposing his will out there. PG-13. Love to see him attack the rim like that.
Morant against Jackson. Morant, the pass to Bain. Now Adams. Zubac with the steal. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Now here's Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. So it's the Grizzlies now. 4-point game. And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Now here's Bain from outside the arc. And another miss by Memphis. Jackson against Clark. Oh, stolen by Morant. Outside Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Adams inside. Zubac's there. Here's Morant. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
So for the Clippers, Covington's checked in for Morris, and it's Wall in for Jackson. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Wall. Kicks it to George. Let's go with a 3. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. George has got 5 now.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Now here's Morant. Shot to stop the run from deep. Bain. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Wall on the attack.
The speed John Wall plays the game has always been the thing that sets him apart. And even as he's pushing the tempo, he just stays in control.
And so Wall nails them both.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
Morant against Wall. Morant, the pass to Bain. Clark outside. Pass to Morant. Now here's Jackson. Just 2 to shoot. With the clock winding down. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Morant against Wall. Kicks it to George. Stolen by Bain. Clark finds Morant. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Clark outside. Jackson outside. Here's Adams. Shoots over Zubac. Adams, shot's good.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. George outside from the arc. On target from range. George has got 8.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Morant against Wall. Right side Morant. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
And Morant drops them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Wall against Morant. Wall, the pass to Zubac. Bain against George. Shot clock at 6. Over Bain. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Pass to Jackson. Now Clark. Pulls it. Adams. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor.
The previous play is under
They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And, you know, from what we are seeing here on the monitor, it looks like he was late getting it off.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Los Angeles. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More 2K action in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers. So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Clark in at the 3. Wall, the pass to Zubac. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Right side Wall. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Back to Wall. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
Bain. And they recover it. Adams, the pass to Bain. Outside Morant. Back to Bain. And another miss by Memphis.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Pass to Zubac. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists in the game.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Here's Morant. And he gets the bucket. But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Leonard on the wing. Clark covers. Back to George. All alone. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. George has got 10 points in the game.
And this is what makes George a star. His confidence rising and firing off the catch.
Clark outside. Back to Morant. From downtown. Outside Bain. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. And it's Adams missing. The Clippers in the lead. Wall with it. Guarded by Morant. Leonard outside. Pass to George. Over Jackson. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. And between Jason Kidd and LeBron James, RJ, you played with some incredible passers in your day. What was that like, running alongside those guys?
Well, it's just amazing. Jason Kidd, LeBron James, these guys can get you the ball when you don't even know that you're open. That's what's fun. And it's even more fun kind of sitting back and watching them and seeing how they read the floor. Two of the greatest to ever do it.
Pass to Bain. There's the triple. Jackson can't get it to go. So it's the Clippers now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. The three, George drains the triple. 15 points in the game.
Over his career, George has put up great numbers from deep. The ultimate 3-and-D player.
Moran against Wall to stop the run. And that one's good. Moran's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Wall. Out to Covington. 56 seconds left in the half. Good D by Clark.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
From deep, Bain. The shot that time not on target. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's George, and the jam by George.
An elite player in this league, it's Paul George stepping up, scoring in bunches tonight.
Wall against Moran. Pass to Adams. Outside for Moran. It's rebounded by George. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. Zubats against Adams. Now Leonard. It's George on the wing. Fires the 3. He gets it off. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, Allie, thanks for that. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paul George has been sensational.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubats. And it's Wall in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. George, his shot is good.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him. Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. But now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Wall with it, guarded by Moran. And George with the jam.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers. Whoa! Wow. Unreal! That's what they came for.
Wow. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Wall, the pass to Zubats. Jackson outside. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Here's Moran. 11 points in the game. Pass to Adams. It's rebounded by Zubats. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Leonard passes to George. Oh, and the dunk by George!
That's right. PG shows these fools what's up.
Outside Moran. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now. The Clippers have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Moran against Wall. Pass to Zubats. It's George on the wing. 24 points for him. 4 on the clock. Over Bain. Misses off the right iron. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And here's Moran. From deep. Kicks it out to Jackson. Puts up a three. And another miss by Memphis.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
George for three, and good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Jackson outside. To the paint. Zubac with the steal.
Steven Adams. Second personal foul.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Outside Wall. Pass to Leonard. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 21.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Morant with it. 11 points in the game. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Pass to Wall. Back to Covington. Here's Leonard. From deep. They get it back. Outside Wall. And here's Covington. Gets the 3 ball to go.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Covington. Pass to George. Zubac with a screen on Bane. For 3, George goes back up. Here's Zubac. Soft touch off the glass. Zubac has got 6.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been and 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Los Angeles has gotten 6 of 10 3-pointers to drop. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Leonard for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Memphis shooting poorly at only 28%. Here's the 3. And it's Brooks missing. Well, the Clippers shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. Wall finds Covington. George with it. Takes a 3. Nails it from 3. George has got 14 points now in the second half.
Oh, unselfish basketball from Covington. Now, his teammates appreciate his willingness to hit them when they're open.
Morant with a screen on George. Bane, the pass to Jackson. Off the mark there with a 3. Los Angeles has gotten 7 of 12 3-point attempts to fall. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Outside Morant. It's stolen by Wall. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. George outside. Outside Wall. And he lobs it up to the rim. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Pass to Bane. There's the 3. And again, Memphis no good.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
For three, George. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Pass to Covington. Fires from deep. The Clippers rebound. Leonard outside. Launches a three. The offensive rebound. Out to Covington. Now George, guarded by Bane. Now here's Adams. Outside Bane. Three-pointer off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Leonard against Bane. Back to Wall. It's Covington on the wing. Pass to Leonard. 5 to shoot. George for 3. And it's Bane with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. And it's Morant off the drive. He can't get that one to fall. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Clippers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Paul George.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Out to Covington. Second chance effort, and he hits the jump shot.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Here's Morant. Memphis the rebound. Pass to Adams. Another shot. It doesn't go for him, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Morant against Wall. George outside. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous...
It's all yours. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The forwards are Edwards and McDaniel. And there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's McLaughlin in at the one spot. Edwards drives in, 6 to shoot, and McLaughlin gets it to go.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
So it's Minnesota now after the basket by Los Angeles, and McLaughlin gets it to go.
I can't emphasize enough what reading is all about. That's seeing the game in front of you, another way to put it. Russell making a great choice for the assist there.
Now here's George. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Russell looking around. Pass to Gobert. Knocked loose. Paul George with the steal. Leonard with no one around. Sinks the three-pointer.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Passes to McLaughlin. And there's the drive. Back to Russell. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Gobert. Tries again, and the layup is good.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Now here's Jackson. Out to Morris. Outside Leonard. Pulls up on the wing. No good that time. And Minnesota now the other way. It's Edwards on the wing. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. And John Wall subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, boy, you are in for a show.
Kicks it out to Covington. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 4. Russell with it. George picks him up. Edwards against Leonard. From 12 feet out. Edwards can't hit.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Shoots the 3. The offensive rebound. Covington passes to Zubac. The kick out to Wall. And Wall slams it home.
Well, it takes elevation to finish like Wall here, and that's not a dunk that just anybody can pull off. You got to have some special ability to do that.
Here's McLaughlin. 5 points in the game. Out to Russell. Ball's knocked loose. Covington with the steal. Leonard against Edwards. George dishes the Wall. Outside for George. Covington a screen on Russell. George, that's a two-pointer, and it's all evened up.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Paul George with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And it's 6 points for Paul George.
I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
Here's McLaughlin. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out to Edwards. Knocked away. Stolen by George. Again, Los Angeles.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. He notched 8. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the forwards are Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Rudy Gobert. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Clippers leading by 6. And it's Wall in the corner. From deep, George, and stolen by Russell. Takes it inside. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
Outside, George. From deep. And rebounded by McDaniels.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Edwards can't hit.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Russell. Outside, Edwards. He takes it in, and it's sent back by George.
On defense, George able to use all of that length and athleticism to deny the shot.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Edwards. Shot clock at 2. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stop the sure thing, slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Paul George can get it done from anywhere on the court now. When he starts percolating, this guy can cook with gas.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Russell sets a screen for Edwards. Back to Russell. Out to Edwards. And George with the block. Clippers leading by 6. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Covington in the corner. Outside, George. For the 3. That one's not going to go.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
George missing again.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Out to Edwards. There's Russell with the three. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. 1:41 left in the first half of the game. Wall looking it over. And Leonard has it in the corner. Back to Wall. Here's George. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Unselfish. As somebody who already draws a lot of defensive attention, Edwards has to be willing to make that next pass.
Left side, Wall. Outside for George. Covington in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Covington a screen on Russell. Nobody near George. Hits it from three-point range. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Paul George has such confidence in his three-point shot now. It's almost like he expects them all to go in.
Outside Edwards. The pass to McDaniels. Edwards against Leonard. And Edwards with the stuff.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
Outside, Wall. Driving the lane, and the slam dunk by Wall.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Leonard with the steal. For the finish. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
And so it's Los Angeles. All right, David, thank you.
Your Clippers, 24. The Timberwolves, 15.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from George.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Wall in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's Noel. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Noel's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Minnesota. Now Wall. Right side Leonard over Prince. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Noel. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Those kinds of plays are the ones that get you on the lead and help keep you in front.
All with it. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside Leonard. Back to Wall. Kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
George taking advantage of that close, tight defense, drawing the foul while taking his shot.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now here's Anderson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the middle. Can't hit that one. Good D by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Clippers. Ball passes to Covington. Outside Leonard. Covington setting the pick for Leonard. From the arc. Los Angeles with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 11. Kicks it out to Prince. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Now the feed to George. Kicks it out to Covington. Leonard against Rivers. Stolen by Anderson. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Rivers has got the ball. Feeds it to Towns. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
A high percentage shooter from the field. Towns recognizes what good shot selection is.
Wall up top. He's guarded by Rivers. Wall passes to Leonard. And here's George for 3. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. 1:51 left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Covington passes to George. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
Anderson against Covington. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Noel. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 11. And Wall kicks to Covington. Covington a screen on Prince. Leonard dishes to Wall. George looking around. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
George is really one of the most amazing players in the league, an all-NBA caliber player, and he's worked tirelessly on his shooting form, and now it's close to perfect.
Covington against Anderson. He's off on that one. Clippers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. A 3 from Leonard. The rebound by Anderson.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
The 3. Here's Towns. And the layup is good. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Towns has excellent size and really long arms, and he uses both to wreak havoc on the offensive boards.
Here's Wall. Outside Leonard. Lets it go with the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 8 points.
His passion for the game infectious. What a joy to watch when he steps between the lines.
And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 50. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the forwards are Edwards and McDaniel. And there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. Clippers leading by 15. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Edwards. Down low, stolen by George. Covington finds Wall. Now here is George. Launches it. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Russell. Pass to McDaniels from downtown. Rebound by the Clippers. And here's Wall. It's Covington on the wing. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to it. Didn't look ready to receive it. At least they've got some room for error, but still a poor possession there.
Timberwolves trail by 15. McLaughlin, the pass to Russell. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level, and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the free throw line. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniels.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
From deep, George buries it from 3-point range. George has got 25 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Edwards. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Not afraid to mix it up down low. Edwards is a big guard. Really put together nicely. He's got a great body.
Outside, George. Launches a 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Covington kicks to Wall. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The 3 from George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Russell with a wide open look. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Boy, you look at D'Angelo Russell. He's got a sweet stroke. The lefty can knock it down from 3, but always seems to be playing at his pace, under good control.
All with the bounce pass. Passes it to Leonard. Shoots it. That shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. McLaughlin, the pass to Gobert. Outside, Russell. He kicks it to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to McDaniel. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
George from deep 3-point land, and he can't stop the run as he misses. Russell inside, defended by George. McLaughlin, and they'll get another chance. Gobert, the pass to Russell. The Clippers grab the miss. At one point, they led by 16. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard finds George. Leonard against Edwards. Leonard, the pass to George. The Clippers need to get off a shot from deep 3-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Russell passes to McLaughlin. Outside Edwards. Here's Gobert. No good. And so Los Angeles takes the win. On top, David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
right, Grant. Two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down.
Both these teams are elite on the defensive end. These guys won't be making it easy out there. When there's lots of stops, lots of forced turnovers, it can be very difficult to find a scoring rhythm.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Now here's Jackson. George outside. The 3 ball. Phoenix grabs the miss. And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that term.
So for the Clippers, Covington comes in for Morris, and it's John Wall in for Jackson. Now here's Wall. He was all alone on that one.
A workmanlike approach from John Wall. Tries to make every possession count.
After taking Cam Johnson 10th in the 2019 draft, the Timberwolves promptly sent him and Saric to the Suns in exchange for Jarrett Culver.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Wall finds Leonard. Lets it go from the wing, and he hits the jumper. Now remember, the Suns received heavy criticism for acquiring Johnson in that draft day trade.
Yeah, B.A., I don't know that it was about the players so much as how old Cam Johnson was, and Phoenix maybe trying to explore an upside guy with that high of a pick. Well, feels like the GM knew what he was doing. Cam Johnson's been a huge addition to this team, and his shooting has been remarkable.
Now here's Wall. Leonard on the wing. The 3 is up. No good there. And Phoenix the other way now. Paul passes to Ayton. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Wall. George outside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard. And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of a game.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
I mean, as good a passer as we've ever seen in the NBA. Chris Paul setting up a great look that time.
And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
Yeah, B.A., with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Now here's Paul. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown. Paul's got 6.
And CP3 is so good at choosing when he unleashes his three-point arsenal.
From the high post. Leonard outside. Beyond the arc. The Clippers rebound. Here's Covington. It's stolen by Johnson. And the Suns pushing it up now. The kick out to Paul. Johnson against Covington. It's Booker on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Not going to go that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. Left side Wall. It's George on the wing. Launches it. Rebounded by Johnson.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Paul passes to Bridges. Back to Paul. Bridges against Covington. Pass to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Leonard for three. And again, no good by the Clippers. Phoenix with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
For three, George. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. He's got 5.
That consistency from Paul George is staggering. Not a guy you can give looks like that to.
And here's Paul. 6 points for him. To the inside. Here's Booker. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns ahead, up by 5. And we'll bring you this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
On the floor for Phoenix, Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
What do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? You think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
Paul passes to Ayton. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Covington. And we played through the first minute here in the second.
I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
At the line for LA, Robert Covington.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And Covington, it gets underappreciated, but guy who runs the floor, he'll guard a bunch of different positions, he'll hit three-point shots. That's a lot of complimentary stuff.
Booker for three. It's rebounded by Zubats. Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, BA, you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
It's hauled in by the Suns. Right side Booker, and it's rejected, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball, and you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
Down low. It's stolen by Leonard. To the left wing. Inside. Here's Covington. Pass to Zubats. Now Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career that had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover, Brent.
At BA, you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100% a priority for him and the team.
Wall, the pass to Covington. George outside. Shoots over Booker. Misses off the left iron. The Suns leading. And stolen by Leonard. George outside. He shoots. He squares up and sinks it. George has got 4 points now in the quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
They have also been superb at blocking shots. Just the timing has been impeccable, setting the tone on the defensive end and making those guys think about what they're doing with the ball.
Outside Covington. Pass to George. And he's
got his timing down. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Outside Booker. A minute and a half left in the first half of this game. He got a piece of it. Here's Ayton. And Ayton, throw it down. The Clippers have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brent.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
51 seconds left to play in the half. For 3, Booker. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Up top, Wall. He's guarded by Paul. For 3, George. And good. Coming on, the assist by Wall. Wall's got 4 assists in the game.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
It's blocked. Now here's Wall. Kicks it to George. 4-3. And he can't get that one. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Booker fires from way outside. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11 points in the rally as always. Thank you. Just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George has been sensational.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac, and it's Wall in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The Suns trailing. Crowder, left side. Up top, Payne. Out to Craig. Pass to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the triple.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
The Suns shooting the ball at 48% so far. Payne, pass to Craig. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. On Robert Covington, Brent, some people have talked about the return of the mid-range jumper. Is that something you've seen as well?
I don't know, BA, if it ever really left. I mean, the guys that we talk about often have been doing it for years and doing it well. So coaches who understand that they have players that have a tremendous skill to make shots and make tough shots are still going to lean on possessions where that shot is offered up to the rim.
Leonard goes back up. Kicks it to George. Misses the layup.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And they go to the intentional foul.
He don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Second team foul.
Payne on the bounce. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll belong to John Wall.
Campaign just a grinder and has stuck with it. His career arc is quite interesting. Spent time in the G League, and a few years back he was out of the league. Now he's back. He's confident. He's dependable, and he's a huge part of a team playing winning basketball. Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
Pass to Lee. Back to Payne. To the middle. Tipped. Going all the way to the rack. Here's George. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Just Paul George showing how dominant he can be as a two-way player.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
To the paint. Here's Leonard. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Leonard's got 8.
Once Leonard gets some wiggle room down there, his broad shoulders, he figures out how to execute and knock it down.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
Payne against Wall. Crowder outside. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Outside Wall. Down low. Stripped it away. Inside. Here's Craig. And that one drops for him.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Wall, the pass to Covington. Chalk up 2 there. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Good to see Covington get in there and challenge the defense.
Payne against Covington. And here's Crowder from the arc. That shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Pass to Leonard. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
Here's Paul. Oh, they can't stop the run with that one. Knocks it loose. The Clippers have gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Wall. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather. And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
The Clippers call timeout.
Come on and get loud right now, fans. It's time to cheer on your Clippers spirit.
6 on the shot clock. Pass to George. And the jam by George.
George gets it going, and he is a rock right now on offense. Sturdy, steady, and strong.
Paul for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at center. Here's George. Outside Covington. Leonard on the wing. And the dunk by Leonard.
And Kawhi getting up that time, just owning all the airspace around the rim.
Paul with it. He's picked up by Zubats. Pass to Ayton. Outside Booker. The 3 hits the trifecta.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
A few possessions into the 4th, just over a minute played. Covington, a screen on Paul. Here's George. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
And he sinks the 2nd. After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. And this team really came together in a hurry, and they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
Wall against Paul. Right side Wall. Zubats, screen. George with it. Now guarded by Ayton. George's shot is off. The Suns have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
George against Booker. Shoots over George.
Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
The Clippers in the lead. And George with the jam.
Paul George getting aggressive, showing us some power that time as he's able to get to the rim.
Paul passes to Ayton. The kick out to Paul. Pass to Booker for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line in a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Booker against George. Clock at 4. The 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Paul. And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
And that is why Chris Paul has the ball in his hands. Deliver.
Outside Wall. Pass to Covington. And there's 1:38 left to play in the 4th. Picked by Covington. Here's George. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. George has got 10 points here in the second half. Paul with it. Guarded now by George. Here's Booker. The kick out to Paul. Shoots. Covington grabs the board.
And D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Oh, got a piece of it. Leonard against Bridges. Leonard with the ball. Now George from deep three-point range. Rebounded by Chris Paul.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's the three from Paul.
Multiple defensive positions is why Covington has the value he does for this team.
Pass to Zubac. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Mikal Bridges, second personal foul, third team foul.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Booker. He can't hit that time. And George with some nice D. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
DeAndre Ayton, fourth personal foul. Fourth team.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
For three, Booker. Paul George pulls down the board. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. This one was a fun one to watch. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.